This little weird thing that grows on a cow turd. It's really weird. Let's go listen to it talk.
Psilocybin mushrooms. 3 weeks ago, 2 of my friends and I went to a ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, and took what Terrence McKenna calls a heroic dose. 5 dried grams. Let me tell you, our third eye was squeegee quite cleanly. Wow! And I'm glad they're against the law. You know what happened when I took them? I laid in a field of green grass for 4 hours, going, my God, I love everything. The heavens parted, God looked down and rained gifts of forgiveness onto my being, healing me on every level, psychically, physically, emotionally. And I realized our true nature is spirit, not body, that we are eternal beings, and God's love is unconditional. There's nothing we can ever do to change that. It is only our illusion that we are separate from God, or that we are one. In fact, the reality is we are one with God who loves us. Now, if that isn't a hazard to this country, you see my point. How are we going to keep building nuclear weapons? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to the arms industry when we realize we're all one? It's going to fuck up the economy. The economy that's fake anyway. Which would be a real bummer, you know. You can see why the government's cracking down on the idea of experiencing unconditional love.
Time to evolve, man. That's why we're troubled, because you know why our institutions are failing us? The church, the state, everything's failing. It's because they're no longer relevant. They're not relevant anymore. We're supposed to keep evolving. You know, evolution didn't end with us growing opposable thumbs. Did you know that? There's another 90% of our brains that we have to illuminate. That brings me back to that little thing that grows on a cow turd.
Oh my God. Lift me up out of this illusion, Lord. Heal my perception that I know only reality is. Stuff like that.
To be where your ego dissolves and you realize the true nature of our reality, which is mind, and that we literally all are one, and there's no such thing as death, and our bodies are an illusion, and God's eternal love is unconditional, and never have we left it other than the dream of the fall from grace, which is just an illusionary dream, and never has God been unloving to us, and we can wake up and remember God's eternal unconditional love. Supposed to be where your ego dissolves and you
see how they smile like pigs in the sky. See how this night I'm crying.
illusions about these cocksuckers. I know there's 12 guys who run the fucking world, and they own every company, and you know it's a fact. You can look it up. I'm not a conspiracy nut. This is all on paper. There really are 22 families who run and own 50% of mainstream media, which is where we get our news. And it's true. It's a fact. You can look it up. I can't be this big of an asshole without having the truth to back me up. Otherwise, I'd be a fucking nut doing this. But see, if you have the truth with you, you can do this. We are the imperialist rulers of the New World Ordinance. We are the imperialist rulers of the New World Ordinance. We are the imperialist rulers of the New World Ordinance. New World Ordinance. I guess I have to do the only thing I can do. Acceptance and forgiveness. It's the only tools we got left. And evolution, if you're interested in it.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park. When you choose to go on it, you feel because that's how powerful it is. The ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time. They just think it's real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, because we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account. My family. This is how we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace. Thank you very much. You've been great. I hope you enjoyed it. London, you're fantastic. Thank you. And we can change it anytime we want. It's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. And we can change it anytime we want. It's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. And we can change it anytime we want. It's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. And we can change it anytime we want.